The TikTok Shop Affiliate Program is a goldmine of an opportunity, and today we have a student of mine, which is actually my sister, Shay.
Yep.
Super excited to have her on the channel, and we're going to be unpacking her success story, when she started, how much she's making, going over some tips. So you guys are gonna wanna buckle up, make sure to subscribe, show a ton of love in the comments. She is amazing for coming on. She's also pregnant.
Let me show you my bump. This is the best trophy I've ever gotten over here.
And she's incredible. So I'm super excited. You guys are going to love her. And without further ado, let's dive into it. And the first thing that we want to do is break down what the TikTok Shop Affiliate Program actually is, because I know a lot of people are like, what is this? Like, TikTok is for kids. How can you make money? Break it down for us.
Basically, you make videos, and if somebody watches your video and makes a purchase in the TikTok app, you make a commission. And commissions are really, really good on TikTok compared to some other platforms out there. So I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, so TikTok, if you guys didn't know, if you don't know what it is, you're sleeping under a rock. But TikTok is blowing up, and it's specifically the TikTok Shop Affiliate, TikTok Shop Selling. There's kind of two parts to it, but we're talking about being an affiliate, which is where you're selling and promoting other people's products. And what's cool is a lot of people think that you need to have a ton of followers in order to have success. And people are like, oh, Trevin, you have the success that you have because you have 360,000 followers on TikTok, and that's why you're so successful. But spoiler alert, she has a lot less followers than I do, and she is making a lot more money than I am. So we're gonna get into all the nitty gritty details, how much money she's making. Like, it seriously blows my mind, guys. Like, I'm so excited for you guys to hear this. But what I want to first do is dive into kind of your backstory and kind of what led you to get to where you're at doing TikTok Shop Affiliate.
Good question. So basically, I was in corporate America for almost a decade, and I liked it. I was in medical sales, and I traveled all over the place, and that was a really fun season of my life. But it got to the point where I was having kids. I got married, and I have two kids. They're now 4 and 2, and then we got our third on the way. And it got to the point where I'm like, I am working full time. This is not what I want to be doing. I was crying on my way to work as I'm watching my nanny and my kids wave goodbye to me as I'm driving away, going downtown to go work. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I hated that feeling of not loving where I was at anymore. Because like I said, I liked it for a season, but now in this new season of having a family and stuff, I'm like, I need to find something new. So actually Trevin and our other brother, Cade, they introduced the Amazon Influencer Program to me and my husband, Brian. And we went so all in with that. We'll do another video on that. But basically getting into the UGC creator videos and things like that, that ultimately led us to being very open-minded to TikTok Shop when that came out, because TikTok Shop isn't that...
No, it's super new.
Like, it's not that new.
Yeah.
Or it's not that old, I should say.
Very new, and the opportunity is honestly, like, it's a gold mine right now, and especially with Q4, and it's just, we're early on. And so I love her story, and to see the transformation of what she was a year and a half ago versus now, like, she is a new person, and it's amazing. And so I'm excited for you guys to just kind of see that insight. And I know a lot of people that are watching this are probably in similar situations. Like, people have kids, people have bills, people have stressful lives, and people don't know what to do. And they feel like they're trapped and they're stuck forever and there's no way out. But luckily, the Influence Program and TikTok Shop Affiliates was your way out.
It straight up was the way out. We found out about the Influencer Program in May or June. This is last year. We went ham on the Influencer Program for 5 months, and I quit my job on Halloween. Last year, Halloween is this week. So I'm literally celebrating my 1-year anniversary of being corporate free, retired, and being an entrepreneur for a year and a half with Brian. And that has been so fulfilling. And by the way, Brian's not here right now, but he deserves the biggest shout out because I could not do any of this without him. It's just been so cool because as an entrepreneur and as somebody who is growing, whether it's on Amazon Influencer Program or on the TikTok Shop as an affiliate, you can scale it and grow and put into it as much as you want. And it's been so fulfilling because literally this week, I made more than I made in a month at my last job.
That is wild, guys. That's insane. And let's just dive into the numbers, because I know a lot of people are probably like, okay, how much is she making? And let's, like, how long have you been doing it? So, okay, let's just backtrack real quick. She started the influence program, was it 4 or 5 months to quit your job?
The influencer program, yeah. And we did the influencer program for about, we're still doing it, but we started the TikTok Shop affiliates in February, and then, but we didn't
start. So how many months is that? Has that been 6 months, 5 months?
Yeah, 5 months or so.
Yeah.
But we didn't start actually putting effort into it until like May. So May, June, July, August, September, October.
Okay.
So I guess 6 months we've been actually trying.
Okay, and she has kind of a breakdown of month by month and how many videos in each month and how much she made. So we're just going to start from the very beginning, starting in February.
Okay, so I'm gonna loop February, March, and April together because we did 10 videos over the course of those 3 months and made less than $200, which, hey, 10 videos for $200, like, I'll take it. But we were like, okay, we need to start going all into this. And so in May, we did 78 videos and made $1,400. In June, we did 56 videos and made $2,000. So that was less videos than last time and made more. We're starting to improvise and applying some new strategies here. And so then we did 86 videos in July, bumped it all the way up to $7,600 just on TikTok Shop. And then in August, we started going even more ham on this one and did 127 videos, made $6,500. So a little less, but we're still trying to, you're working through all the nitty-gritties. And then in September, we did 176 videos, made almost 10 grand at $9,500 for the month. Then this month in October, I am so excited. We're gonna do over 15 grand this month. Dyslexic, 160 videos.
That's ridiculous. The progression in 6 months to go from 0 to 15K a month, and that doesn't include your guys' other businesses, which we'll talk about in another video, but that's absurd. And there's so many people that make excuses of like, oh, I can't do it, I don't have enough time, or oh, this or that, the other. And it's like, look, she's a mom of 2, she's pregnant, she was working a corporate job, like, no excuses. So like, I don't feel bad, and this might be a little insensitive to some people, but like for me, I'm like, I don't feel bad because every person is dealing with the same crap, the same struggles, and you just have to at one point say, you know what? I gotta own it, I gotta suck it up, and I gotta figure it out.
But that was a good thing though, because I feel like I'm very grateful for that hurt and that pain of wanting to get out so bad, because it was almost like this sink or swim mentality. Whereas before, I'm in this corporate job, it's like, I like it. Oh, I can make some money on Amazon and TikTok. Oh, I'm coasting. It's like people can coast and then they complain because they're like, oh, I'm not making that much. It's like, oh, but are you really going all in on it? Because it wasn't until I hated with a capital H my job, and I'm like, I have to get out. So we were staying up until like 2, 3 in the morning, me and my husband. We didn't watch a single show for 4 months. We didn't go out with friends. We were saying no to family events. And we just went all in because I'm like, I hate this so bad. I would rather swim than sink at this point, and let's be successful because I want out so bad. So I'm grateful that we were in that spot to push us to this success, because it's definitely propelled us to get here. I don't know that we would have been this successful without that hurt to get here.
For sure. You need to have a why. You need to have a motivator of why you're doing things. And yes, money can be one of those motivators, but I would say more than anything, it's to be able to spend time with your family. And yes, money is going to allow you to do that, to be able to quit your job. But like at the end of the day, for me, and I'm sure for you, family is like the most important. Yeah. And if you are slaving away and basically, in my opinion, you're kind of throwing your life away building somebody else's life while somebody else is raising your kids, and that's just a tough dynamic. And again, like, there's so many different circumstances, so many different situations, and I love her story and how she has got to where she's at. And I hope that this is motivation, inspiration, wherever you guys are at in your journey, of if you want something bad enough, you can do it. Like 1,000%. You just need to be willing to make those sacrifices and put that effort in. And what's crazy is a lot of people think that a year of time is so crazy and it's so much work and so much effort, but you literally were working a corporate job for a decade. So 10 years versus 1 year, like for me, that trade-off is like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And so people get scared of like, oh, that's so much time, or oh, I'm not making money. And if we look at this chart at month 3, oh, I'm only making $100. Well, this is a scam, or oh, this doesn't work. And it's like, no, you just need to work a little bit harder. You need to get more strategic. And that's kind of probably was the difference, is you just put in more effort. And then as you put in more effort, you started learning kind of the ins and outs and the tricks. And so just a little bit of background about myself. I've been selling things online for the last 8 years. And when I came across the influence program and the affiliate program, I was blown away because of the simplicity and how easy it is to get up off the ground and running. And so for the average person, literally anyone can do this. And so so I hope that you guys get some motivation, or I hope that this inspires somebody to be like, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it, type of thing. And so anyways, like I could go on and on about these numbers, but in the last 7 days, $10,000, I think right here on this screenshot.
Yeah, $10,400.
In 7 days. Guys, that's ridiculous. In 7 days, making $10,000. And that is profit.
Straight up.
Straight profit. Like, we're not running ads. We're not paying for inventory. We are promoting other people's products. And a little side note, that $10,000 is, yes, paid out to your bank account, but you're getting free products as well.
So many free products. It's ridiculous. At this point, when we get a big package, this is hilarious. My 2-year-old son will get a big package. It depends on the size, but if we open the door and he sees a big package, do you know what he says? Bounce house? He straight up thinks it's a bounce house every time. And we're like, hey, what do you think it is? He's like, bounce house? This is more so with the Amazon influencer program. We've gotten a few through TikTok as well, but over 50 bounce houses and renting those out now. And there's just so many ways that you can make money. And so I don't want anybody to feel discouraged. For example, like how we felt the first couple of months, where it's like, oh, I'm kind of dabbling my feet in here. I'm not making any money. Is it even worth it? And it really takes some time for you to get used to it. But once you figure it out and you start to identify the hooks, or you start to identify the criteria of products that you actually want to be pushing, because the criteria of the product is huge, and Trev goes over that in his TikTok shop course. But it's really, really big to be able to identify those and to continuously be improving every month. And with every video, like me and my husband, we have a solid system down. Granted, we've been doing it for over 6 months now, but it's so awesome to see the success that has come. But we didn't give up, right? We didn't say, oh, we only made over $1,000. That's never going to replace my income, so I should just stop. I wanted out and we wanted to make more. And so we put in the effort to now be making over $15,000 in a month.
Which is just absurd. I can't remember if this is exactly how it went, but I feel like, and I'm kind of tooting my own horn a little bit, but when you were first, like the first few months, you were like, I'm uploading videos, but I'm not generating any revenue. Like, and granted, you were only doing like 5 or 6 videos, and that was probably like one of the main reasons. But that's when I called her and I was like, hey, I think I cracked the code. I think I figured this out. And she was kind of my first beta tester inside my program. And I was like, hey, go through this. I created it, and I want you to just absorb and take advantage of everything that you can as much as possible. And I'm not saying that all of her success is because of me, but like their systems, their strategies, and she's taught me things now that she's crushing it. And so we're kind of collaborating and working together, which is honestly the best of both worlds. And so it's just really cool to kind of see the progression over time of like, hey, if you have the right systems and if you're putting in the right amount of work in the right places and you're being efficient and effective with your time, like the end result like is going to come. You just need to trust the process. So I love this. And real quick, before we dive into the last question of the tips and kind of advices, or piece of advice that you can give to beginners, break down the different ways that you can get paid with TikTok Shop affiliates, because I know a lot of people just focus on the commissions that come in, and that's great. But we mentioned free products. We got commissions. Is there any, you mentioned bounce houses, you started renting out products that you were getting. Like, are there any other things that you have done?
In addition to the free products and the commissions and things like that, brands will actually pay us to create the videos. And then if they like the videos, not only will they use their own money to push ads, which then creates more profit for us.
That's a golden nugget, guys.
It's awesome.
Sharing ad codes with the brands.
That's huge.
Yeah, they'll boost the videos, and it's literally a money printing machine.
Yes. And then also, if they like the video enough, they will actually pay us for the video rights. And that's been a huge revenue generator for sure. My husband and I actually just went on a cruise, and just from video rights alone, the same day that we purchased the cruise, we had a brand pay us $1,000, and that paid for the cruise, which was amazing, just for a couple of video rights.
Yeah. It's guys, it's seriously, the opportunity is mind-blowing. And if you guys want to learn more, if you guys are interested, we have a school community group. We have thousands of members with courses on how to get approved, building that foundation. It's $5 a month. You guys can click that link. And then we also have additional trainings that's a little bit more custom tailored, but start with that school group, get signed up, and we want to end this video talking about some tips for beginners. You just gave a massive, in my opinion, golden nugget of ad codes and sharing that with the sellers so that they can promote it, which then makes your video perform better. What are some other tips or tricks that you can share to help grow even bigger?
One of my biggest things is I really, really think that Trev's TikTok shop course is worth its weight in gold because it will kickstart you all of the fluff of trying to figure it out on your own and possibly even giving up. Because if you have the formula and it's so simple, whether it's like, I don't want to give away all of the tips, but it's like if you can pay attention to a certain number of things when it comes to the products that you're selecting for your brand deals, the amount of revenue that you can make from that is just insane. And I would say that if I was a beginner and I didn't know what that criteria was, and I'm just like making videos willy-nilly, oh, hey, I just got this free product. Oh, hey, I just got this free water bottle or whatever, but nobody might see it because it didn't fit the criteria, that could potentially go viral. And so you could look into the hooks, you could look into, getting your captions and doing all these things. But if your criteria for the product does not meet something that will do well, you're not going to do well. So I really think that understanding and going through the process of actually understanding what that looks like is well worth the investment. And so that's one tip for beginners. Don't give up.
Link in the description.
Don't give up. Keep going. Continuously improvise and continuously improve and look to different experts and hear what they're doing, and the algorithm is changing and products are changing. And so if you change the way that you do things, like for example, if I was doing a review on this water bottle, I might do 3 videos on this water bottle, and I might just do them in 3 different ways. One that's like hardcore selling, one that's maybe a little more emotional, or maybe one that, is pulling different strings and you can see what is working based on the product. But there's so many good things in Trev's course. I cannot say enough good about it. And I am just so grateful that you created the course so that then I could reap the benefits with my family and now just be living happier, because I wasn't happy for a very long time.
That's awesome. And guys, for me, that's everything. Like, that is why I have these videos. That's why I have the content. That is why I get up in the morning and make these silly YouTube videos or TikTok videos or whatever you want to call them, is to hear people's stories and transformations and their lives changing. Like, that's what it's all about. And I hope that this video gets you fired up. I hope it gets you excited. I so appreciate you coming on.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay, one more last thing. One thing, I don't feel super fulfilled creating TikTok videos, right? But I feel so fulfilled now that the financial side is residual, and now that we have a financial backing, so now I can spend time with my kids, but also I created a YouTube channel for kids, which is like my true passion, which is educating kids about fitness and nutrition. I'm a certified nutritionist, IFBB Bikini Pro, if you know what that is. I know we're in a completely different space here, but it has been so fun for me to now have the time to be able to do what I'm truly passionate about. And eventually I'll be able to get that revenue going up in that space. So then I can actually spend less time on TikTok and Amazon and more time in my nutrition and fitness space, what I'm passionate about. But it's been so cool because I went from being in corporate, I hate that, so let's transition Amazon. Now let's add on TikTok shop to that. And now that I have the finances, now I can actually spend that time growing something that I'm really interested in. And so I guess another tip for the beginners is a lot of people are like, oh, I hate my job. I want to create content about fitness and nutrition, right? But it's like there's a huge journey where it takes time to actually build revenue to quit your job and then to be able to build, whatever that looks like. So anyway, I wanted to create that picture because people give up in that interim of like, oh, I don't like where I'm at, I'll just settle. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Take it from me, please. There is light at the end of that tunnel for sure. And Amazon and TikTok totally helped me get there.
I love that. And I'm going to also link her socials and her YouTube channel. I love what she's doing. And it's funny because my brother and your brother, our brother, had the same exact response. So we did an interview of a success story with selling on Amazon. And that was one of his big kind of, aha moments, or things that he mentioned was like, I don't necessarily care about the products that I'm selling, but what I do care about is it's allowed me to build a lifestyle that I get to choose and do. And it's opened up the doors to so many opportunities. And so that is important. Like there are people that love every second of like, I'm going to make a video on TikTok and I'm going to post it. But there's others that it's not that we hate it, but like the opportunity is so good that we love it because like, how could you not? Like you're getting paid to make stupid videos. Like it doesn't make sense. So anyways, we could go on and on. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys haven't watched the other video where it's going to be me, her, and my brother, we're going to be talking about the influence program. You guys can go watch that, or if you came from there to here, you guys are awesome. Make sure to subscribe, show a lot of love in the comments, and again, check out her social media and her YouTube channel and her passion project. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
See ya.